Okay, let's review another practice with using loft surfaces and deformed surface feature, which would be the new command. So essentially, the output of that this practice would be a shape look like this, like a gaming console handle. I call it surface deformed. So in order to do that, a sketch is provided in the class shared material, which would be these sketches. Let's save it right away into class exercise, and I want to call it surface deform. So in order to, so this sketch, this has like this is sketch for essentially two profiles and two guide curve. So going to loft surfaces here, and then I will create this profile and this profile, and going to guide curve, give it this and this. And here there is something that called tangent faces. Let's see what happens with that. If you click on the tangent faces, there is a smooth and everything is one surface. There's no face here. Everything is one entity. But if you go back and select this option, remove that merge tangent faces, then these faces out of this surface are selectable. And why do we need that? So there is a function is a deform surface, and then let's turn on this form grip. I'm looking for a function to transit, to deform this face from this edge to meet this edge while keeping these two faces close together, meaning that these two faces should while these two faces stays where they are without really change. So if you go to insert menu and the feature and you select deform, it says what is the deform curve. So initial curve, I wanted this edge, and the target curve, I wanted this sketch. So the initial curve is going to deform to target curve while fixing this face and this face. I wanted these two faces to stay where they are. I don't want them shifted away as a result of this deformation. And that's why the merge and tangent faces should have been clear. Otherwise, you cannot select these two faces to tell them that these are the fixed constraint. Now, if you hit OK, you have this form that has been now transferred. This curve now has been deformed to another curve while keeping these two faces intact in place. Now I can go and hide all of these surfaces that I don't need it anymore, and the rest of that is not really difficult, and you know how to work with that. So now if I want to do that, there is another trim sketch which essentially is going to, some of them is excess about that, and it's very easy. We can use a trim surface, and this is trim sketch tool. I want to say keep, and I want to keep this piece while the rest of that is away. Right now the top has been trimmed the way that we wanted. Now we are going to patch the bottom of it because the bottom should be closed. So we are going to planar surface and select these edges together so the planar surface can close up. Right, this has been closed up, and I don't know why this shows kind of open, but it's not open. This is fully closed. Maybe that's kind of illusion that we are saying is open. Now we are going to create a solid, a thicken out of it. So I'm going to thicken the whole. But we have to first knit together because we have two surfaces. So we are going to knit them together. No gap. Select this one and this one. There's no gap. So now we have one surface. They are ready to be thickened, and What I would like to, for the thickening of this, I'm going to add it a thickness to that, which would be okay. So before knitting, let's create some. Try to add a fillet here, a constant size fillet. Going to select this edge, is going to go all around it, and let's select 0.325. Now that would be the fillet that we're looking for, and then we can thicken the whole thing toward the inner side like this, and give them a 125 thickness. Maybe the fillet is prevent that to be built together. Okay, so let's delete that fillet. We have a better way to do that. So in order to, that would be another technique that we can use. That let's do another planar surface. Create on top of it a knot. Actually, that should happen before. So let's remove this knit. So we should have 3 surfaces here, and now I can go and knit all the surfaces together, but again, similar to what we practice, we can create a solid out of it. Can we do that? Probably not. Okay, what we can do is, let's try knit one more time, and this time I'm not going to do a gap control. Yeah, now we can create solid out of it and merge entities together. Now we have a solid part here. There you go. Now that we have a solid part, I can go and add the fillet that I was expecting. So I'm going to create a fillet of 3.25. There you go. And lastly, in order to hollow this part, now this is a solid, I'm going to go to feature and use a shell command. And this shell is going to, I'm going to shell it with the distance of 0.5. And now they're saying at what surface this should start shallowing. So show preview, and I'm going to select the top face to as an indication that this is going to be shelled from inside. Okay, let's try one more time, and I'm going to give it like a different number, 0.50 mil this time, and then I'm going to give it this face, because the fillet here may conflict with the shell if the fillet is large enough. So maybe 50 mil would work on that. And then I would select the entire body. Okay, sounds like this 50 mil is a lot. Let's make it 40 mil. To see if this can resolve it. Nope, it's not gonna help that. Okay, so the shell give us some trouble. I think there is a solution for that. We have to shell it first before the fillet. So let's roll back here. So give it this fillet, and then I'm going to select this edge and then shell with that face. Let's put it 0.5. That should easily shell that because the fillet does not exist. There you go. That's been shelled, and now we can roll back this one. Now the fillet would happens after the shell. That would be another technique to using this rollback bar in order to fix that. There you go. They give me some errors. This is not error, it's more like my rendering machine does not show properly, so that should be no problem with that. So let's save it and exit the part. Hopefully you enjoyed this session, and let me know if you have any questions in the next class so we can discuss it more in detail. Thanks.